what are some of the filters that we can play with to figure out where we want to move? Bail bonds, public housing, Section 8, methadone clinics, payday loans, beauty supplies. I mean, Waffle House, liquor stores. Now, I think liquor stores are unfair. What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. And, well, the world's largest political streamer, Asmongold, introduced me into what many are calling an extremely helpful tool. And, of course, the left is melting down because they're big mad. Look, I think it's hilarious. I think some might actually think it's a helpful tool. And to be honest with you, I bet you I know which demographic is probably using this app the most, and it's not white people.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There is a website that allows multiple filters, and we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to have some fun. Multiple filters to figure out exactly what type of neighbor you want. And the filters that they have are incredibly hilarious. We're going to get into this full story after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Aura. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Aura. If you want to see something crazy, just throw your name into Google and see all of the results that come up. You can pretty much Google anyone or anything and find out all sorts of private information like that. These sites are run by data brokers who collect your personal information and package it up and sell it to anyone who wants it, and usually it's scammers and spammers who want it. These guys are printing money, and it's completely legal in America. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do so. Or you can do what I do and use Aura, the sponsor of this video. Aura identifies data brokers exposing your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Give Aura a few weeks and you'll stop seeing your information on these sketchy sites when you search for yourself. Aura also continuously monitors the dark web and alerts you if they find your personal information has been exposed, and they're going to let you know fast if anyone tries to use this information to access your credit or bank accounts. Plus, they give you $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. They also have a world-class VPN that lets you browse and shop safely from any location you choose. Does your current VPN have all those other features too? Probably not. You can go to my link, aura.com/thequartering, to try 14 days for free. That will be enough time for Aura to find which data brokers are selling your information and start submitting opt-out requests on your behalf. I've been using Aura for a very long time. I absolutely love it, and I know you'll love her too. Remember, use my link in the description over at aura.com/thequartering. Now, I saw, again, the world's largest political streamer, Asmongold, using this website, and I got enticed. I got interested into some of the filters you could have. Let's see here.
Section 8? Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. Actually, let me unselect. No, you guys got it.
Now, I want to do my own exploration. Let's see what kind of areas we want to, the science behind it. The map scores neighborhoods based on various socioeconomic patterns. The PQ index, which is peace and quiet, shows purple is going to be an avoid, red is going to be a bad, kind of like a darker yellow is going to be okay. Then we go to light green, and then anything above 81 is qualifies as peaceful. So let's start exploring here. So let's go here. By the way, the creators of this website have put out a whole bunch of new filters that we can add. So since Asmongold laughed so hard at our Hellcat filter, I've reworked the entire system, introducing the Hoopty index. All Dodge Chargers and Challengers, Nissan Altima Maximas, you should have three. Oh, it is on there. Infiniti G35s, G37s, and Chrysler 300s. Now, I would argue that Chrysler 300s, these were a clear indicator when I was selling cars. But that was a long time ago. I don't know if the Chrysler 300 is technically still, even in production. But now they have active listings across 147 cities, which previously was only 70 areas covered, with only Hellcat, Scat Pack, and Altimas. In other news, Valentina, I don't know who this is, has earned an honorary green dot in Austin, Texas. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's go to the filters. All right. So what are some of the filters that we can play with to figure out where we want to move? Bail bonds, public housing, Section 8, methadone clinics, payday loans, beauty supplies. I mean, these are all things that you definitely see downtown Milwaukee. Boost Mobiles, never even seen one of those stores. Popeyes, fair. Churches is better in my opinion, but it's also on the list. Waffle House, liquor stores. Now I think liquor stores are unfair, but to be fair, if there is a high number of liquor stores, it is not generally a great, position to be. Then there's pawn shops, hoopty listings, LIHTC. I don't know what that is. And then, of course, aggressive crime. So let's move in. Let's take a look at Wisconsin. All right. Let's clear all filters. All right. So we're going to clear all filters and see here what we can do. If we zoom in, we obviously see some of the cities here, like Milwaukee has a peace and quiet index of 0. Very active, don't want to live there. Madison, various parts of Madison, you're going to want to avoid this. Let me look up, let's just go, let's look at Milwaukee because, that's a nice big sample size. I live 15 minutes out of Milwaukee. Basically, the entire city is not a good place to live. Now, let's start from, let's say Harambe. Let's just look at the wonderful state of Wisconsin. Let's start with liquor stores because we have a lot of liquor stores. Okay. Madison has many liquor stores. Milwaukee has liquor stores. If we go to my hometown, West Bend, Wisconsin, they only have one liquor store listed. Now, one bit of advice I would offer here is maybe this is a Midwest thing, but I mean, we don't really have liquor stores. I bet you I know which liquor store this is. Yes, I do. Okay. I have spent good money there throughout my days. But like every grocery store is a liquor store. Every Walmart is a liquor store. So I almost think we should have a Walmart. We should almost have a Walmart filter here. I'm not totally sure. But let's see here. Let's look at public housing. All right. Oh, West Bend stays clean. By the way, Hartford has 3 liquor stores. And I would say that Hartford is a small step down from West Bend, but not much. In fact, if you look at, Brown Deer Road, this is basically how you get into the good part of Menominee Falls. You take Brown Deer down into the hood and it's garbage. So far this seems pretty accurate. Let's move to Section 8. Whoa! Okay, Section 8 housing is a big indicator. And if you look at this, look what happened to my hometown. We've got at least 2 Section 8 housings there, more than the liquor stores. If we look at Hartford, which is also close to where I live now, we've also have 2 Section 8 houses. And I will say that I drive through these cities and I see a lot of people walking on the sidewalk that I never saw when I lived there. That's what I'm going to say. All right. Plenty of people of all races live in Section 8, but generally you're going to have a little bit louder of a scenario. Now, if we go to Menominee Falls, which is kind of a dump nowadays, because what happened is Milwaukee has oozed its garbage out of Milwaukee into once wonderful cities like Waukesha, which is a total dump these days. Loads of Section 8, mostly Latinos in Waukesha. And then if you go out here to Menominee Falls, which used to be a nice area, loaded with Section 8 housing. Let's add payday loans. That's always bad. That's always a bad indicator. Waukesha doesn't have any. I know Waukesha does. You're going to need to update your list there. Hartford, again, staying clean. Now let's get into let's go to the hoopty listings because that's going to be the scatbacks, whoa. Okay. So now we're getting into not a great thing. So the hoopty listings include the Dodge Charger, which a lot of, actually a lot of normal people own Dodge Chargers too. A lot of like ghetto annoying people own Dodge Chargers, but look at the hoopty meter in Milwaukee. This is a hot red. Chicago, absolute dumb. But let's go methadone clinics. Let's drop the hoopties off here. I want to know what LIHTC is. What is LIHTC? Now, my dog is harassing my other dog. You're going to hear somebody get their butt kicked here. I don't know what pack of menthols, any car. What is LIHTC? Light LIHTC. Is that an acronym I should know? LIHTC. Meaning? Oh, low income housing tax credit. Okay. Well, then we should definitely have that. But you know what's funny is if we clear them all, let's just look at aggressive crime. Hey, Ruby. Oh, this does not, they don't have it listed yet. It looks like they're working on that. But let's just look at low-income housing. Where is low-income housing? Well, you don't see a lot of it in South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, not even really in Nevada, to be honest with you, outside of maybe Carson City and Las Vegas. Look at the East Coast. Look at the West Coast. Look at the East Coast's low-income housing. And if I look at where I live, and you can do this too, at Peace and Quiet. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just fun. If we look at low-income housing, Milwaukee is completely saturated with it. Madison's completely saturated with it. If we go to my hometown, which is West Bend, has not none. Let's see if I can, East Decorah and Eastern. Yep, that's true. I know that area. Wisconsin Street by the Museum of Art. This is downtown, 100%. Yep, that's downtown West Bend, low-income housing there. I can confirm those are the dumpier areas of West Bend. This one, Voigt Drive, I know where that is. Voigt Drive, and then you have Voigt and Paradise. Yeah, okay, on South 18th. I know where this is. Yeah, all right. But if we just go low-income housing plus Section 8, let's see if there's any crossover in cities that I know. Here we go, West Bend. We've got some Section 8 housing popping up here. On 15th Avenue, this apartment complex over on Silver Creek and Cherry Street. Yeah, okay. But, if you look, what do you notice about Democrat-run cities? Look at Racine. Oof. Racine used to be nice. Look at the payday loans in Racine. You got a half dozen payday loans. Beauty Supply doesn't really matter, Mark, there. But let's go Boost Mobile. Yep, we got Boost Mobile there. Kenosha, Kilnosha. These used to be public housing, bail bonds, and bail bonds probably aren't going to be in these cities. There's no jails around them. Liquor stores, pretty low counts. Pawn shops, that's usually an indicator. Hoopty listings. Waukegan, Illinois has got a lot of hoopties. That's true. Shout out Waukegan, though, because I think that's basically the only steak and shake that's close to me. But that area is kind of rough, too. Yeah, the meltdown over this website is hilarious. I definitely support. Look at all the liquor stores right over the border. Look at Toronto liquor stores. Look how many liquor stores. Wisconsin, we need to get our stuff in a group. But yeah, Peace and Quiet. Support this project. Yeah, maybe I'll send them some Bitcoin or some, what else do I have? I have Ethereum that I've gotten. So definitely love this project. And I want more filters. Let me know what filters you would add in the comment section down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.